So this conference, as you notice, is called the Unity Conference. So there's a little bit of a different tone here, and we need everyone to get in the spirit and the mood.
One of the things that we want to do during this conference, which is intentional practice.
Sages are important. Elders are important. Our Prophet ﷺ mentioned what means whoever does not honor our elders and have mercy to our youth, they are not from us.
We have a common history in terms of those who preceded us. We have a common history, we have common roots, and that has created a cultural reality that I think sometimes goes unrecognized. But it's only until we tap into the commonality of our roots that we can begin to envision ourselves as part of a common struggle.
Homeschool co-ops, or there, should I say small groups, but where are we coming together to be able to say there are a number of things that subhanAllah we need to teach our children. Many of us are actually trying to undo what our children learned in school, trying to undo not just in terms of the book knowledge, but the character and the behavior and all the things that they learned, subhanAllah, because we didn't put them in that state, not fitra state. We didn't put them in the right environment. We didn't actually combine that education with a certain level of service, so our children grow up with a deep sense of entitlement.
And while we are fighting against oppression, we have to be really conscious of that and the little traps. Because it's based on a model that if I can show that I am better than, right? I can create something that can model some community, and I know that I'm superior, they're not, my group is better. That is a maladaptive form of what it means to belong, and again, it is not based on our principles of people who want to follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we have to be very careful, and it goes to the baseline of how we treat one another.
A lot of our problems that we have individually, we all suffering different shades of the same problem. The thing that will solve that problem, of course, is the tawfiq of Allah, but us coming together. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold to Allah's rope all together and do not be separated, divided. We're not coming together. We're coming together online, but that's online. We need to do it in real life.
But let's all come together to focus on things that we know we have to deal with.
The access is there for dunya knowledge, and the access at this point is there for Islamic knowledge. Every large city has people in it by now who have studied overseas and reached a level where they're a true resource for their community and can benefit people, and they have a set need that they can give.
We're going to disagree. Husbands and wives don't agree all the time. Children and parents don't agree. Brothers and sisters don't. People fight. That's cool. Even the worst families, those crisis families, they come together in crisis.
How do I learn how to have difficult conversations? How do I learn to call you in as my spouse? How do I look at you and see you, be able to see without it being negative, without it being, I'm not blaming you because you don't know. I understand why you don't know. I understand what it took for you to get here. I understood why you ignored all of those emotions. I understood why you had to throw that in order to survive. And I love you enough to keep showing up for you, right? For us to learn it together, put you in front of some people who can teach you, because by the way, we can't always be each other's teacher, right? Doesn't always work. Sometimes we have to resource that out to other people. And sometimes we have to learn in situations where, okay, I can learn to break down and be humble in this setting, because the people that I have to show up for are not here. So let me, over here, I'm the chef. Over here, I'm the chef. I'm the imam. I'm the teacher. But over here, I gotta be somewhere humble enough where I can just be the student, I can be the child. relearn. I can unlearn certain behaviors and relearn new habits.
These three brothers, for me, were like a wealth of experience. And they were our elders. Even though they were young themselves, because we was 20s, 30s, 40s. But in those environments, 30 and 40s old compared to so many young people that get lost in those systems.
I really didn't have a plan. I didn't have an idea about what in the world I was going to do at that time that I had to serve. And it was a relatively small amount of time. It was a 6-year sentence, a youth act. And within 10 months, it turned into a life sentence. And I was put in a hole. Spent a year and a half in a hole. And there was just nobody with me there. There was no partying, there was no television, there was no radio, there was no girls or nothing like that. It was just me, dealing with me for that period of time that I was in the hole. And I began to reflect upon my life, how short it was, and the experiences that I had been through. And I wanted to try to figure out what in the heck went wrong. Well, like, how in the world did I land up in a situation to where the rest of my life is going to be spent under these conditions of imprisonment? And Allah guided me to
these guys, criminals, murderers, drug dealers, they had something in common. And that commonality was they believed in the Quran. They believed in Islam. And they themselves all were searching to be better people. And that's what Islam was providing for them. And that's what it began to provide for me. So that time, it came to a point where we all got together from the heads of the different communities and said, listen, we're all Muslims. We all worship the same God. Why is it that we have 3 different kingdom prayers? So they got together, they agreed. We had this big thing, the Constitution. We're going to pick an imam, we had a vote. They picked Abdul Hakim.
And one thing I learned about when you come into Islam and the Quran touches you, then you gotta feel intelligent. You know what I mean? In fact, there's a verse in the Quran where it said, in the law who taught the Quran, he created man and taught his speech is intelligent. You know what I mean? So if you're a Muslim, you gotta feel intelligent. And I remember going to court and being before the judge for the first time in my life as a Muslim. And other people, I felt bad. I felt shameful. You know what I mean? Because an intelligent man to myself wouldn't be in this kind of situation. He wouldn't be standing before other men. You understand? He'd be 40, 30 something years old, and you got other men talking to you like 15, 16, and 17 years old.
The biggest obstacle to learning is actually believing that you can. But to go higher than just I can, it's my God-given right. And I must take it. And when you look at it from that aspect, then every type of learning belongs to Allah. No matter if it's religious, secular, or whatever it may be, that's ours. Let's go get it. I think when we approach that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who's the ultimate teacher, will teach us. So never think no one is telling you not to get it. Get it. We wouldn't be here right now if somebody don't know how to get it. You wouldn't be here. Y'all were last year, right? Was we here? Did we have all this space? We had space. Because somebody know how to get it. Somebody got to do it. Somebody gotta bring the money. Somebody gotta bring the skill. Somebody gotta bring the vision. Somebody gotta organize it. Somebody gotta take care of them loud crying babies. They gotta get done. And they gotta take dignity in that.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Habibina Mawlana Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Mawlana Muhammad. يا أول الأولين يا آخر الآخرين يا ذو قوة المتين يا راحم المساكين يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم برحمتك آتنا إيمانا كاملا ويقينا صادقا ورزقا واسعا ولسانا ذاكرا وقلبا سليما وقلبا خاشعا وتوبة نصوحا توبة قبل الموت شهادة عند الموت مغفرة بعد الموت عفوا عند الحساب وأمانا من العذاب ونصيبا من الجنة وفردوس العالم وعشق من النظر إلى وجهك الكريم. Allah, we ask that you give us a complete and perfect faith after which there is no disbelief. Give us certainty in you after which we never doubt, and make us firm upon Sirat al-Mustaqim. Ya Allah, we ask you, Ya Al-Wadud, that you pour your love down upon us. And by your love, Ya Rabbi, that we learn to love ourselves for your sake, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please join our hearts together and bless us to raise the flag of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Rabbi, please increase us in knowledge, Ya Arhamar Rahimin, increase us in benefit. Ya Allah, we ask that Ya Nur, grant us the light from your light. Increase us in light upon our faces and in our hearts and in our souls and in our thinking and our minds. Ya Rabbi, place your light in front of us and behind us, to our right and to our left, on top of us and beneath us. Ya Rabbi, let your light shine deep within our blood, in our bones, in our bone marrow, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please bless our children to be from amongst those that are from upon Sirat al-Mustaqim. Ya Rabbi, wherever our children have fallen down, Ya Rabbi, guide them. Wherever, Ya Rabbi, they have been misguided, Ya Allah, we ask that you give them certainty upon this way in La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Rabbi, wherever we have debased ourselves, Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please elevate us. Ya Al-Muhaymin, build a fortress of protection around us and around the entire Muslim Ummah, Ya Allah, all the way from Philistine, from Afghanistan to Iraq, Ya Rabbi, all the way to the depths, Ya Rabbi, of the prisons in America. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please bless our elders. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please give them health, give them well-being, give them tawfiq wal afiyah, Ya Rabbi, and strength, Ya Rabbi, in their minds, their bodies, and their souls from you. Ya Allah, we ask that you please save our elders from decrepitude or senility, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbi, bless us to witness and to be those who benefit, Ya Rabbi, from all of the wisdom that they have to offer. Ya Allah, we ask that you please protect them for us, preserve them for us, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ya Rabbi, we thank you for our imams and our teachers. We thank you, Ya Rabbi, for that knowledge that you allow them to acquire and then to come back, Ya Rabbi, and to share it with us. We ask that you please, Ya Allah, please pour into them. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you bless our teachers to be blessed with the shuyukh, Ya Rabbi, to have another of rida upon them, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbi, we ask that your gaze may always be upon them, elevating them, expanding their hearts, increasing their light, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbi, and that we may drink, Ya Rabbi, from these fountains. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please bless us to be from amongst those who take a drink from the hand of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rabbi, in this dunya and at the hawd, Ya Allah, on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please bless Sheikh Hamza and Ustad al-Muradeen. Ya Rabbi, bless this child to be from amongst the Salihin. Ya Rabbi, bless this child to be from amongst those who raise the flag of La ilaha illallah. Ya Rabbi, bless this child to be from amongst those who are great ummah who are great benefit to the ummah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May this child, Ya Rabbi, be the coolness of their eye. Ya Rabbi, may your gaze forever be upon this child. Ya Rabbi, may your protection forever be upon this child. Ya Azam, Ya Al-Kareem, we ask that you please provide for this child in abundance, and that you bless their entire progeny to Yawm al-Qiyamah, to be from the people of light, the people of ilm, Ya Rabbi, the people of khidmah and service, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask that you please grant us a complete and perfect forgiveness from you. Ya Rabbi, grant us your complete and perfect pardon, Ya Allah. Forgive us for our sins, our mistakes, our transgressions. Ya Rabbi, please remove the stain of our sin and our transgressions from upon our own hearts and our souls. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please illuminate our darkness. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please remove the stain of our sin, Ya Rabbi, from upon the hearts and the characters of those that we've wronged, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbi, we ask that you please make us better than we are. Expand us and elevate us, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Have mercy on us when the